Hello, and welcome to my final project. For my final project, I decided to build the Alamo and give you some information about it in this video. I decided to choose the Alamo because battles in history really interest me, and I was curious to figure out things about the Alamo, such as what it was before it became a fort. Some background knowledge about the Alamo that is probably good to know before learning about the battle is in the 1700s, the Alamo was built as a home for Spanish missionaries, and it was called Mission San Antonio de Valo. I probably didn't pronounce that right, but I tried. But increasing threats from American and French explorers caused Spain to send soldiers to that area of Texas and make the Alamo a military base. The first soldiers arrived in 1803. They were called the Alamo Company, and the Alamo Company occupied the Alamo for 32 years, even through Mexico's independence. Leading up to the battle, Mexico had a similar government to the United States, and many Americans moved to Texas and became Mexican citizens. In 1832, Santa Anna took control of the Mexican government. Texans did not like this new ruler, so they rebelled and took over the Alamo in 1835. Texans declared independence on March 2nd, 1836, which made Santa Anna very mad, and he sent his army to come take back the Alamo. On February 8th, 1836, the battle begins. David Crockett, Jim Bowie, and William B. Travis arrive at the Alamo. February 23rd, 1836, Santa Anna and his troops arrive at the Alamo, and Texans run inside. The next day, Travis officially became commander of the Alamo. Santa Anna orders them to retreat, but Travis shoots their largest cannon, signaling they will fight. On February 24th, 1836, Travis sends out a letter that says they're outnumbered and need reinforcements. The Mexicans have asked them to retreat, but they have declined and shot their largest cannon to signal they will fight. He also says that if this letter is neglected, he will continue to fight and never retreat. By the fourth day of the battle, Travis's letter had greatly concerned Texans, and Fannin started coming to reinforce the Alamo. Unfortunately, he would never make it. 2 weeks later, Sam Houston ordered Fannin to retreat, but it was too late. The Mexicans caught up to them and executed them in a field. There was one more attempt to bring reinforcements to the Alamo, but it also failed. More than 200 men died trying to get into the Alamo. Because of these failed attempts, Texans became outnumbered. There were over 10 times more Mexicans than there were Texans. And to make things even worse, most Texans were fighting with little to no training, and Mexicans had a lot of really good training. On March 4th, 1836, Santa Anna gathered his men to plan their final attack. They decided to attack the Alamo as soon as possible, and Santa Anna moved his men a little closer to the Alamo. Be the beginning of the end. On March 5th, 1836, Santa Anna made his decision. They would attack the next day. On that very same day, Travis drew a line in the sand with his sword and said, "Those who would like to keep fighting with me and probably die, step on the other side of the line." Only one of the men did not step to join Travis, showing the Texans' bravery. That night it was very quiet, and the Mexicans did not attack at all. This would be the beginning to the end, though. The next day, the Battle of the Alamo ended on March 6th, 1836. That morning, okay. Texans were awoken to the Mexicans' final attack. The whole thing would last only 90 minutes. Mexicans began breaking down doors and windows, leaving almost no one alive. The Battle of the Alamo was a very important part of Texas history, as it was the first battle of the Texas Revolution. And although the Texans lost that battle, it would soon become a phrase in battles they did win: "Remember the Alamo." I hope you enjoyed this part of my presentation. Before I am done, I will show you the Minecraft build a little bit more in depth, as I can't move and look back and forth at my paper as well, so you might not have got the best view of my build.